Howdy folks, and welcome to, I think, my own top 5 things? I don't know. I think the proper words I'm thinking of is the Minecraft do's and don'ts when it comes to mining. So, let's go ahead and get this started. First of which, a bit of information. Mining in Minecraft is actually very important. It's necessary to get certain resources. Stone is plentiful. Cobblestone you can get from stone and cobblestone can be get as a renewable resource through a specific mechanism causing a lava and water conjugation. So, there's always that. But again, it's more of an exploit thing than actual benefit. So again, take what you will. And not only that, you can also get iron, again in renewable resources if you keep killing the iron golems. What else? Oh yeah, coal, again renewable if you have a wither farm. Redstone, renewable because of the witches. Jeez. Iron, coal, stone, cobblestone, and redstone. Well, there's also glowstone, again, witches. Fair enough. Gunpowder, oh hey, you need a farm specifically to get gunpowder, so there's one thing. What else can you get? Oh yeah, gold. Gold nuggets and ingots from the zombie pigment. So it seems like mining is irrelevant. Well, what's not renewable is diamonds. That's right, diamonds. Now that, emeralds. Again, that's a bit complicated because, well, not complicated, it's more of a self-explained because of the villager trading system. You could get a whole bunch of emeralds. So yeah. And what else? That's about it. So apparently you need diamonds and lapis. Two very important things. I mean, lapis definitely needed because of the whole system with, let's just say, enchantment. So yeah, lapis is not renewable, neither is diamonds. So you definitely need to go and mine for those. So I think that comes out to the whole thing. Do's and don'ts. Minecraft mining. So I know it's a bit of a rambling here, but here we go. First of which, the things you need to have. When you're first starting out in Minecraft, find a spot that you actually do like. Get yourself the necessary material, usually wood, and start mining. Make sure you have a chest nearby, or create a chest, and then you go about and do your thing. Now, digging straight down, you just started the world, so if you lose anything, you're not going to be mad. Literally, unless you start out with a bonus chest that actually has a whole bunch of stuff, of very awesome stuff, like diamonds and iron stuff. I was advised setting iron and diamonds gear aside into a chest, if you manage to grab those from a village or something like that. Because you don't want to lose those in case you fall to your death, which is most likely if you dig straight down, and probably lava, because you don't have fire resistant potions. So that's a major don't, but also too, it's acceptable if you're first starting out. On a server, most likely someone's going to give you some pretty good armor or gear, such as probably iron and maybe diamond if they're generous. Now then, do's and don'ts. Do try to keep a bucket of water on you. You don't necessarily need to have it on you at all times, but it's actually very helpful, especially over lava lakes. What else? Oh, make sure you have a Silk Touch pickaxe with you. If at certain points in your gameplay that you can actually start making an enchantment table, or you're starting to get experience through either XP farm or mining, redstone's the best to give you the XP, it's advised to get a Silk Touch pickaxe. No matter what other qualities, get a Silk Touch. So you can see all the coal ore and redstone, including the diamonds that you see me accumulate here, will just come out as the ore block. This is useful to mitigate the amount of mass collection that you'll get. This is very important. So again, do be careful. Now then. Once you are done with all that, you're going to want to make sure you have enough torches and food on you to make sure you can do all that. And of course, here's another thing that you need to know. If you're on a server and doing the ABBA rules, which basically is a competition to actually go about and mining, both caving and non-caving, to collect the necessary materials within a set time frame, always remember one thing. Cave always. Well, not cave always, but if you see a cave, always go out and seek out the materials. The best things you need to look for is emeralds, diamonds, gold, lapis, and redstone. Especially with 1.8, where you have lapis being useful as not only as dyes, which they were before 1.8, but they're important because of the enchantment system. You need 3 in order to get your max enchantment bonus. So, what else? That's pretty much about it, isn't it? Not really. Here's another do. Make sure that you always have space to use something else. It doesn't mean that fill up your inventory with a bunch of stone. If you have gone into the area like a cave and you don't want to go caving, don't be afraid to use whatever you have in your inventory except for the ores to seal up the area to make sure that no monsters go about on you. Do try to pick up gravel or anything that has gravity affected on the block. This is another do. You can use it to actually fill up or make a path for a lava lake or river. This will actually get the gravel out of your inventory and be useful. Here's another do. Throw out the flint. Trust me, you're going to eventually use the gravel in some form of means. Just don't be afraid to throw out the gravel. Also, too, don't be afraid to throw out anything that you're not going to need later on. But don't throw away the ores. That's going to be part of your scoring mechanism. And that's pretty much about it. Bit of a short list of do's, isn't it? Oh, when you actually do make your own mining system, make sure that you mine within levels 11 and 12. For one thing, you'll be right above majority of the lava lakes and rivers. And for some lava ponds, you can just easily carve, in a sense, a path over or through the pond and just go through your merry way. Now, there's a bit of another do. It's more of a suggestion, not a you must do. Don't be afraid to go about and clear out an entire lava lake. One, that'll give you a lot of obsidian. Probably more obsidian than you need, but it'll give you the obsidian that you want. Also, too, you can actually find a whole bunch of useful materials underneath the lava lakes, such as diamond, gold, lapis, redstone, iron, and coal. Coal is readily available, so you don't have to worry about it. Oh, I thought of something. If you're actually mining materials and you don't want the new stones, such as granite or granite, depending on pronunciation, and don't be afraid to use the andesite and diorite as well. Don't forget about the dirt you accumulate. Use it to fill up the tunnels or fill up the areas that you actually go mining in. It's actually very helpful to do that. The reasons behind it is that it clears up your inventory even more. And don't be afraid to use the stone that you accumulate in your inventory or cobblestone. Again, this is very useful to actually have a more inventory space there. If you don't feel like going after the redstone as you have a wood farm or a very efficient mob farm, you can easily skip the redstone. But in all intents and purposes, go ahead and mine up the redstone ore. You can easily go ahead and do that to have a reservoir of redstone ore, or in this case redstone, and then you can just chop it up later with a Fortune 3 pickaxe. Now here's a bit of don'ts. Don't go deeper into the area if you have a full inventory. First of which, if your inventory is absolutely full, bursting to the brim, don't bother. You have an entire mining system to go through and get more resources. But if you do see diamonds, I would suggest risk chucking a few items just to make room. Usually the more useless items, I would suggest probably the monster material that you accumulate, such as, well, things that you don't need. Keep arrows if you don't have an infinite bow, or infinite enchantment bow, or stuff like that, you know. And let's see, what's another thing that you can do as a don't? Oh yeah, don't go swimming on lava without a potion. Yes, having a potion of fire resistance is very important. Now, there's also a point of where lava will start flowing down from above if you happen to hit a lava pool or a lava fall. It's important to actually have one of those on you, but do avoid it. If anything, just section it off. You'll be good to go. Oh, here's another don't. Don't go about and try to fight a spawner, like a cave spider spawner, if you don't have the right materials. Usually diamond gear, unenchanted, or better, or iron enchanted or better, is actually preferable, usually with a protection on it. If you do see a dungeon spawner, torch up everything, write down the coordinates, because eventually you're going to want to come back to get the stuff in the chest, such as the name tags, horse saddle, horse armor, and whatever various thing that's in the chest, such as ingots, watermelon seeds, occasionally, pumpkin seeds, occasionally, music discs, only if you want to. Again, don't be afraid to just walk away. You can easily come back at another point and mark down which tunnel you actually went down with to find that specific shaft. Don't forget to actually have a healthy supply of food on you. Trust me, if you actually are mining for roughly an hour or so and you have a full inventory and you're running back, you don't want to be on a slow crawl with 3 hearts and no food. Don't forget to have torches on you, a healthy supply as well, usually matching the amount of food that you have. If you have 4 stacks of food on you, that's 3 in the inventory plus 1 on the hotbar. Don't be afraid to actually have the same amount there. Because trust me, you're going to run out if you go caving. And trust me, you will run out. And if you don't light up your tunnel, you're going to have a very nice surprise of the form of a zombie creeper horde in the tunnel when you're running back. Best to avoid those. Spacing is depending on what you prefer. I always prefer a 10 spacing, being the 10th being where you put the torch at. And then I'll count that as 1. And you go from that to space behind it is 2, 3, 4, and so on. Until you get to 10, put your torch there. That's preferred, and it actually keeps the tunnels very much lit and safe. Unless, of course, you didn't block up anything that allows monsters to get in, and they get in. In which case, you might as well fill that up. I know this is a bit of an unusual do's and don'ts for me, but I'd rather actually put my knowledge out there of what I've actually gone through and what I've actually been through. Also, too, for those who are going through the whole ABBA system or whatnot, people are always wondering what that is. ABBA is the point system that everyone usually goes with to say what their point it is. Emeralds is 7, diamonds is 5, gold is 3, lapis and redstone is 1. In my case, I have a variant of it, which still use the same thing, except I have diamonds, or I'm sorry, iron as 2, and coal is there with lapis and redstone as 1. Anyways, we're getting a bit short on this, and we're pretty much close. So thank you for watching, and leave a like. This helps me know that you guys do care what I say, and I'll catch you guys next time.